Hello and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I've never made any other videos public other than this one. I've never made a channel before, but I'm happy for this one to be my first. I'm Cynical Gamer, and today I'm going to be reviewing / playing and telling you a little bit about the game. That's a bit of a mouthful. About Omerta, City of Gangsters. So let's get straight into the game.
Liquor warehouse.
Nope, you need to. So let's cancel this bit.
I need two things to make it come true.
And I'm called Nutty.
Deed to the warehouse.
I'm not in any way, so don't even say it, use that name from reference to Boardwalk Empire. Obviously I'm joking, I have completely used that reference, and I'm sure 100% of everyone else that's played this game is using reference from that. Or maybe not 100%, but a lot of people are probably using Boardwalk Empire names like Enoch, or sadly you can't have Nucky Thompson, too many letters, so that's already one thing I don't like about this game. But let's jump straight into the review. The user face for this game is extremely easy. Maybe a little bit too easy, but you're going to get a very strong right-click finger from playing this game, because you have to use right-click a hell of a lot, because it allows you to, as you can see there, flick between your characters that you've got, or hired, should I say, your employees, or what buildings you get. So far I've only got the hideout. I will just be playing this game in the background, but I'll be also using as visual help to describe some of the things that I don't like. So first off, I'm just going to tell him to go there.
A lot of work to do.
Tell him to go there.
I need a rush, boss.
Right, so the next thing is I do not really like the... Well, already it's raining, so let's talk about that. The graphics on this game are absolutely stunning, I think. I mean, the amount that it's trying to show, which is a whole neighbourhood. Granted, a lot of the buildings look the same, but then again, if you've ever been to... Oh, I've not been to America, but if you've ever been to a English council estate, a lot of the houses look the same, so I'm not going to really ridicule it for that, to be honest. But the graphics of this game, he's finished his job, and he's finished his job. Anyway, the graphics of this game are stunning in my opinion. The rain on hitting the ground is quite good. I'm playing at some high settings right now, and I think it's not really taking anything out of my computer. I'm recording as well, so it's not really doing that much to affect my computer. There's always people walking around, so it gives it a bit of ambience and a bit of an atmosphere to the game, really. Constantly traffic going around. Speaking of traffic, there are no cars on this game. I mean, there is cars on this game, obviously, because they're driving around, but you cannot actually buy a car on this game to make that you guys walk around faster. The only way you can make them walk faster is by...
no rest for the boss.
Is by doing an ambush, which is basically where you want to remove someone from the business or the residence of that place. I've barely done it that much.
Right? Do it yourself.
And then I'll go into the next bit, which is the, well, very similar to GTA games, the heat system. With this game, it constantly goes up the heat. Not really fast, obviously, but at a gradual pace as you're playing, say in maybe an hour and a half when you're playing the game, it's already at 5 stars. So say, for example, just then, you might have seen on the video, it just popped up 1 star. It goes up straight away if you do illegal activities. I mean, like super illegal activities, like burgling a house or raiding somewhere, then it will definitely go up. I don't really like the gradual going up, to be honest, because from taking influence from Boardwalk Empire over the first couple of seasons, I wanted to be the nice guy of the gangster neighbourhood, you know, just earning some nice bit of dough from, granted, ripping off people, but at least I wanted to have a nice persona. I wanted the people to see me as a nice public figure. But that sounds like I'm getting a bit too much into this game. But yeah, sadly, it slowly does go up. When it gets to 5 stars, it'll go into an investigation stage. I don't want to talk too much about how the game works, because I think you should play it for yourself. But yeah, as soon as it gets 5 stars, it goes into the investigation stage, which is absolutely fine. But this is the only way, really, where you can lose on the city mode. It's really easy, the city mode. I've never lost money, really, on this, but the only way you can lose is either by neglecting the save option on this game to save when it was safe here, not when you had 5 stars, or by you having enough money on you to pay off the investigation. And also you can blame other industries. I'm not sure whether it shuts them down or not. I think it does, because or else why you just keep blaming your own industries. But that's there for. It does come up after a certain amount of time. I'll just say investigation at the bottom. Sadly, I cannot force it to show me investigation, so I just have to say it does. You're gonna have to believe me on this one. Yeah, and the investigation comes up after a certain amount of time. You'll be locked into that menu. You'll have the three choices of paying them off. You can choose to fight them, but I've got it on hard mode. I don't know what it's like for other modes, but it's extremely hard to beat them on hard mode. I don't think someone needs to make a YouTube video about them beating someone on hard mode with the terrible equipment that I currently own, which is just basically guns and knives. But they have like shotguns, rifles, machine guns. Granted, the shotguns aren't that great on this game, but the machine guns and the rifles definitely do some damage to your characters, and it means you lose no matter what. So I don't even know why they put it in the game. You may as well just told you to lose, because if you lose that battle, it says that's it, game over. You got to reload it. So either you load it back to when you last made a save on the game, or you can just reload it back to the auto save that it makes for you, which I don't know why they put it in the game, because the auto save doesn't really help you in a way. It just puts you back to the investigation menu. Granted, maybe you want to fight them off, even though that's pointless again, or you've decided you might want to blame an industry. But if you have no other choice but to fight them and you're going to lose, it's like the most pointless auto save ever, just to punch you in the face again and say, guess what, you're gonna have to reload. Obviously, from the tone of my voice, you can tell that this has happened to me before. I've played the game for several hours, from 7 till 11, 7 PM to 11 PM. I'm not that much of a basher. And then it's told me, oh, you've got an investigation. I've not had 2 grand to cough up, and I've not got any industry to blame. So I'm gonna have to fight them. I'll lose the fight. I reload it, and I know there's no point doing a fight again, and I've got to reload the game back till my last save, which was made at exactly 7 o'clock. So it means I've just lost 3, or I'm not very great at maths on the spot, but 3 or 4 hours, maybe 2 hours, no, 3 or 4 obviously, hours on the game I've just lost. The next point I want to make is that linking back to the cars again, obviously, as I can show you here, after they've done a job, it shows as a green tick. That means you just have to click them. I don't know why they didn't just make it that they automatically finish, because I have spent hours playing the game thinking, why have I not got this liquor yet? And then I find out I've got to right click and click on them. I'm going to just establish some joints. You've got quite a various selection, but sadly I've just spent all my money, so yet again I've already started playing this game wrong. But I'm not very good at playing and reviewing at the same time. I'm not that great of a multitasker. But going into the final section of this game, which is the storyline of the main mission, I'm not going to ruin too much of it, so you don't have to turn off the video yet. That it's a bit of a simple storyline, or so much I've played so far. I'm about a quarter to midway through this game, and the storyline doesn't really get you going in any way. It's a bit simple. You're working for a guy. You keep doing the secret thing of telling the player that, oh, I really hate him and I want to start my own business. I think clearly you are going to start your own business. I'll probably end up doing it after this mission. But yeah, and I imagine maybe that's the end of the game, or another gang shows up to fight off your already established gang. I probably think that's going to happen, and then that's the end of the game. Woohoo, you own the whole city. And then we come to, it's raining again now, it's going dark again. It rains a lot on this game, that's one thing you should notice. Going back to the cars thing, yeah, people walk quite sillily across the street. There we go, I'll do it now.
It's a free country, innit?
So I've just got Squigs, this character. Obviously with these characters you can look at the perks that they have without trying to go into too much detail of what these perks do. They mainly affect your combat system. The only thing that doesn't really affect your combat system is the smarts, because that affects how quickly you're able to do jobs. And I've not really noticed how quickly it makes it really, but let's find Squigs. So I'll click on Squigs, and where the hell is he? You can scroll around this map, it's not like some 2-dimensional map. Where is he? I think he's inside this place, so I'll leave him to it. Sadly I've not been able to show you what I wanted to show you, which is the fact that they run rather awkwardly across the street.
Every dog has its day.
Funny. There he is walking out. Every character has different costumes, so they're not always wearing the same thing. You can't interact with any of the people, so even though I would be super tempted to click on, say, for example, this big black guy, big man, Walker Johnson, should I say, and tell him just to push over that guy. Sadly, I cannot, even though it would be extremely funny. But then if you're looking for that sort of entertainment, get GTA. And then I come to the final bit of this game review, which is it worth buying? And in my opinion, I would say possibly not, because the game is not that extensive. This is all you do, literally what I've been showing you, which isn't a lot, I must say, because like I said, I can't multitask very good, is that this is about it. You just find all the buildings you got, keep discovering, a bit like Assassin's Creed, you climb up to the top of the tower and look out, but instead on this game you just bribe someone to tell you what to look out to. And then that's it, you just establish places, earn money flow. Oh yeah, I remember now what I was going to talk about. That, on this game, after you've finished a neighbourhood, like for example, if I do this established pharmacy joint, and then it'll give me usually just 3 objectives per neighbourhood, that's what I've noticed. After you've done that, you go on to the next neighbourhood, and do you have the same money or same fear rating or liked rating that you had on the last one? No, you start off back from default, which I do not mind that much at all, but I would prefer just a little bit of a reward for how well I've done on the previous match, and maybe give me an extra 1,000, or if I was super liked on the last one, if I could just have 10 likes just to get me going. But no, but then I guess it is already so easy, the city mode, that there's really no point in doing that. And then another thing I wish there was like some sort of leaderboard system after you finish the end one, saying how well you've done, how long you spent on it, just to mock you a little bit on how long you've been playing this game and how little you've achieved. And not exactly a multiplayer leaderboard, just a single player leaderboard would do me fine. I don't really like multiplayer leaderboards because I find it quite depressing having to click on where you are and find out that you're 100,000 down the list, and finding out, even though you've just spent money on this game, you really shouldn't, because you're not even that good at it, which I don't like on certain games that I've played in the past. So, not worth really buying this game. And I'll go to the final bit of this review, which isn't begging for subscribers, which some people do, but I'm not going to diss people on YouTube. I'm just going to say, please post a comment below, just saying whether you liked the video, if you didn't like the video, what I should do next time, if I could improve, if I should stop making videos altogether. Try not to say that, hurt my feelings a little bit. But yeah, that's it. Just post a comment below. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. Just mention that. Don't know why I'm saying it again. And that's about it. Thanks for watching my review on this game. Sorry I didn't go into the combat system, but as I said, if I get YouTubers comments saying that you want me to make a video about combat system, then I will gladly make one for you to watch. But so far, that's all you've been able to do on this City 1. And goodbye. Thanks for watching.